DMG, AOP, DMG Originals, a digital art collection. We out here talking about the art, about to talk about the NFT journey. Let's get into it.
You feel me? I appreciate him for bringing me out here. Like you said, I'm from AOP. That's my family's, lifestyle brand. I'm Pali. Yeah, bro, I'm excited for what you gotta have in store. You've been working hard, so you know what I'm saying. I appreciate you for just having me so we can have this NFT talk. How did you hear about NFTs?
I heard about NFTs was Instagram. I was just like, I just posted on Instagram and people was in like, this hit me like in the comments like, yo, NFTs, like Mount hit me like, NFTs, like NFC your work. And I was like, well, what's this NFT stuff we're talking about? So what really got me into it was my boy Chris, raptographer. He was dropping a collection and I ran into him in Solo, leaving an Apple store, and we kind of was just chopping it up, just chilling, hanging out, and we ended up going out to dinner, and he was just kind of just onboarding me about the whole NFT like thing. Like I didn't know much about it then, like so it was very foreign to me, but I was very intrigued. So from there I started doing my own research, and here I am today.
Were you doing crypto before NFTs?
No.
So when's the first time you heard about crypto?
NFT, well, I've been heard about crypto, but like NFTs made me get into crypto because you know what I'm saying, it's hand in hand. So that's once I started getting NFTs, I needed to know more about crypto. I was just exploring. How did you hear about NFTs?
Yeah, so I kind of had a similar thing on Instagram is where I first started seeing the big sales and all that stuff. So that's what drew me in. I'm like, nah, what's going on? Because I used to do, like I still do, like sneaker reselling, like sports cards, all that kind of stuff. So I was already like, doing stuff in real life, aside from a lot of other things. But it intrigued me. I'm like, oh, I can make some flips and like NFTs. Like, all right, let me check it out.
How long was this?
Like this was in, I would say end of September, like start of October. So like, I want to say I remember the date being September 30th, honestly.
Oh, so
that was the first time I actually took it upon me to get into NFT. So like, I tried to start finding projects like on OpenSea, like went to Discord. I tried to find something like with a good cause. I got rug pulled once, got rug pulled twice, 3, 4. I got rug pulled 5 times, bro. And then like, I really didn't want to do NFTs no more. And I ended up, you said who?
And he'll do it like,
no, yeah, I'll do it. Facts.
Yeah, it's like a lot of shit.
I'm like, nah, I took my risk, I tried it, it's not for me. So, I'm gonna just stick to what I know in real life, because it was just too much to get into too. So at the end of the day, like I bought one NFT. It was the Adam Bomb Squad. I got like 2 of their pins right here.
Oh, that's dope. Shout out to the Adam Bomb Squad.
Yeah, Adam Bomb Squad, you feel me? They was my first real NFT. Because the hundreds been doing stuff for 18 years. It's the brand. So the founders and all that, they've been working for like 18 years. So they consider Adam Bomb Squad like a 18-year in the project making for NFTs. You feel me? So like that was the first blue chip I bought into in a sense because I went to their event at NYC NFT. I didn't have tickets because those shits was like $1,000.
Yo, I'm trying to get in there.
Yeah, so I had an NFT. I got a ticket. I was in line. I thought I had a +1 because I had my girl with me at the time. I'm single right now.
He's single.
Yeah, I'm saying. But yeah, at the time, so I was with my girl. I thought I had a +1, but we was in line chopping it up. Found out that there's no +1. I was panicking. It's like, damn, I gotta go home. This shit blew mine. Like, but the people we was talking to, like, nah, I got mad NFTs. Like, I got an extra ticket for your girl. I'm like, nah, that's fine. Yeah, so they let me use one of their tickets for a show. We got in, and it was a lit ass night, bro. Because you know what I'm saying, like, it was really about the human connection for me. Because it was first the money that attracted me. Then once I saw like that shit was quiet, it was really, you know what I'm saying, about like just the people I was meeting at the end of the day. So yeah, that was really what it was. What pushed you to learn more about it?
I think it would probably be like the emotional like feeling I had to hear people that I've looked up to for like years, like, and I follow YouTube and shit like that, and the way they talk about it and explain it in like depth really got me like, oh, okay, like maybe I think they pay attention to it. And also this is for someone, these are people I've been following, so why not? You know what I'm saying? Like they've been calling shit for years. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're early on this one. I'm gonna look into it.
For me, honestly, it was my brother. Because like I'm his manager, you feel me? So like I'll try to learn anything. I'll put myself out to like try to get any contacts with him, all that. So like NFTs, once I really learned what it was about, the blockchain, I already saw that like we could solidify a legacy for AOP on the blockchain. So like, you know what I'm saying, my brother being like in the music industry, I didn't see really music NFTs like that. So I'm like, nah, I gotta drag him in so he could do, his thing in the music industry and pay his way, and learn about that. I was in a space alone for a couple months, bro. So like before even my brother got in, he wasn't really, like you said before we even got to Rover, like we're not about the internet shit. It's really about the real life. You know, that's how we really are. Like I made Twitter in 2019, bro. Tweeted once, never used it again,
bro.
Until after that hundreds party, we went crazy. I was like, nah, I gotta hop on
Twitter, bro. Like, I was on Twitter with like 80 followers, like talking to my friends and like following like.
Bro, I had 0 followers in November, bro.
Bro, it's
like, and you see how it's going down. It's not even about the followers, but it's about all the connections out there.
Exactly.
Like this.
I have over 1,500 right now. That was a few months
going
ago.
crazy, nah, facts.
That's nuts, bro.
Yeah. Nah, facts. Yeah. So, what pushed you to actually start making them? Since you know you making them, you invest in your time, you invest in your money now. You said you were getting a project going, so yeah, talk to us.
Okay. So what? Not to get too in depth with the project, but what made me start making them? Clearly, I'm an artist. Digital artist. Been doing this for years, and I just saw it as a good way for like financial freedom finally. And this is something that's like solidified in the blockchain, public. Like this is a flex, and I saw what it could be for the future. I saw the potential of it, and I see how much money the industry like had already. And I saw people that I knew. I saw people with success that I knew outside. So it just naturally just drew me in to start like getting my work minted on the blockchain, like, and also like figuring out which blockchain I want to use. It's honestly like I believe myself, so I'm gonna invest the money. I'm gonna invest the time. That's really just what it comes down to. I'm taking this shit very seriously. I did a lot of research, 12 pages of notes, a lot of notes in my phone. You know what I'm saying? A lot of pondering, a lot of like nights where you're like scratching your neck, like what is happening? Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? How is this even possible? So yeah.
Nah, facts. You already know I'm investing the time and money trying to find out legacy.
You
already gonna be international.
You're already.
So yeah, how do NFTs make you feel? And then also like I'm gonna tie it in with that, like how you see NFTs playing into the future too. So.
Okay, how do NFTs make you feel? It makes me feel weird, crazy, excited, like nervous, like hopeful, energetic, like literally everything under the sun. Sometimes even fucking like a little like I'm not depressed, but like maybe a little sad. And I can get into like each one a little bit. But I'll just hit on it real quick. Like I'll say happy because just like you meet amazing people, amazing things are happening every day. This shit can easily shift like this, and I've seen it happen to people just like that. Exponential growth in the industry. Like, yeah, like it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Sad. If you see people selling in front of you, you're not selling anything, can easily get you in your feeling, get you sad. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just regular emotions that I feel as people.
Like character development.
Yeah, like it's really gonna push you to a different level of you, like just to get through different things in your head because you're gonna start doubting yourself. And I don't really doubt myself, but it's gonna fuck with you a little bit. It's gonna really get you in your bag. It's gonna really make you.
That's when you gotta throw the boogie on. You feel me?
Yeah, like you gotta really like dig deep. That's why I was like, I'm happy to take my time and really be able to sit with this shit and like really just sit through all them fucking feelings and be like, I'm still gonna fucking be here. I'm still gonna cheer for my people. I'm still gonna, you know what I'm saying, show up every day. What else? Anxiety, bro. We already know FOMO is a motherfucker in this community. That shit moves like this. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of information. Things are like constantly happening. We don't know which way this shit is gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Crypto prices is up and down. Like that's probably like a big part of it too.
Word. I'll actually touch upon it.
You hit it
because I realized that is a loaded question.
It's loaded.
I try to mix it in with the future because I realized I thought it would be a good segment, but now like once you started touching upon it, you definitely like got all the right emotions because you know people always trying to stay positive. It's like life's not always positive.
It's not.
It's not. We like everyone get on the internet try to be a little too over positive while everyone deal with real shit in real life. You know, so like I appreciate you for even bringing that up because there are like you know like the only reason people fuck with me is because I like make them comfortable, right? They be anxious or they be so it's like it's important for these people to talk about those things because at the end of the day I be feeling the same way. Like I grew up like you feel me? I grew up in a place where you don't talk about those things. So you move about your life, you build your character, and you become who you are. And like some people just don't have the mindset. It's all the mindset at the end of the day. So like I feel a lot of those emotions, but it just made me feel more driven, honestly, and inspired. Like I really know like this can really be something special at the end of the day. It's really unbelievable to me. It's really humbling because it gives me hope. I think it makes me like very hopeful and just like people because like I'm very like we come from New York City, bro. Like living in New York, you know how it is. Stay in your lane. You look at me, I'm gonna look at you till you look away. Like it's kind of like compete, like dog eat dog world, right? So like in the NFTs, it's really if you find the people you connecting with, it's like you trying to support each other regardless of what we got going on separately. You know me, like me and you right now, like I'm super like, bro. There's people who come to me with contracts, but bro, we didn't even talk about none of that. You said that you got an interview, I'm in because it's about the value of a relationship is way more.
Yeah.
You feel me? Than any type of monetary value anyone can offer you. You feel me? So like people don't understand that at the end of the day, and like I really appreciate that for the space because I think I tweeted the other day like they can crash and burn tomorrow, like NFTs. And I know that like all the relationships I made in real life, we're gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna make because we're already building in real life.
Exactly.
So it's not gonna matter. So that's kind of like how I feel about it. But yeah, where do you see like NFTs going in the future?
Okay, we can look at this a few different ways. Okay, so NFTs in the future. This shit become I see this shit becoming mainstream, just like early internet. You know what I'm saying? And it gets widely adapted, becomes mainstream. It blows, and this is like our new receipt for everything. Like pretty much, like NFTs is just a super norm. On the other side, maybe this shit don't pan out because of the barrier to entry so fucking hard, and regular people just probably won't, like, let's be honest, won't invest the energy or the time or the money to learn this technology, even how to use it, you know what I'm saying? Because all the fucking, we got all these scams, all the rug pulls, so you have to be like on your P's and Q's, and this is finance too, you know what I'm saying? With money, people are very squeamish with their money, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, bro, like it can go both ways, but it's gonna take people like us coming here talking about it, onboarding people, you know what I'm saying, getting them comfortable in the space. Like the work that we're doing here is so fucking important. That's why I tell you keep doing what you do, keep spreading the word, keep spreading that love. Don't get caught up in that bullshit. And that's just, you know what I'm saying, because this is gonna change people's lives. Like this shit, it's changing people's lives. I see it every day, and it makes you feel like, yo, I want this feeling. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta keep pushing until we get there, until we can at least. Okay, what we're looking at here is everyone having a chance, an opportunity, like a good opportunity to do something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying because like for me, like you touching upon the same points because my family comes from Palestine. Like I don't know if you know anything about Palestine, but it's basically just an occupied country. So like I grew up in a war, so I grew up like actually with tanks down my street, snipers, shooting at me when I'm trying to go pick the garden for my grandma, which is outside and stuff. So like really treacherous situation. So that's why I fuck with New York. Like my family, I've had family out here since the 70s and stuff. They visit like me in Palestine. So like, I've been in tune, but like when I moved, it's a whole different world. So that's why I like really resonated. Like, it's my son was scared to go to the store out here. Like, bro, we had people with M16s in my house, like in my face. So like I come from a really different world, and out there is no opportunity or hope. So like it's portrayed differently around the world. So like when I came here, I really saw like how the media is. And so like I still have family back there. I'm actually working with one of my brothers who lives in a refugee camp to like actually get something going on education for crypto and NFTs because once you give our people the education, they're gonna run with it because there's no lack of talent, there's no lack of drive, there's no lack of anything of that. So like and the median salary roll back home is $200 a month. But imagine $200 a month in the city.
USD?
You're gonna be homeless. You got enough of your drugs. You feel me? Like you're gonna be depressed. Like you feel me? You're on the street. So it's really crazy, like a 0.1 NFT of something extremely talented that comes with a utility and it's something physical from a different country. Someone's gonna fuck with that, and that's like $500 that can change someone's life. That's double their salary, almost more. So like, it's really, I'm looking at things like that too for the future because it's really a revolution. It's a gateway to many things. It's just a tool of how you want to use it. So you saying the rug pulls, that's a tool to use it for some scams. Just like with everything else, right? The internet started that way, you feel me? When online banking started, it's still going on, all types of scams, you feel me? Like, so that's a tool, it's a tool to really onboard people, to really do good in their life, to network, it's a tool to change lives, it's different. So it's a tool for a lot of things. So like, even like you said, it's gonna be a receipt for everything. I truly believe that because, there's different ways to use an Ethereum blockchain network without gas, bro. I don't know if you know that, but you can make contracts to where you're not using the gas on the Ethereum blockchain. So like, there's different platforms like that, bro. So that already exist, and so we can even make our own. You feel me? So that's what it's about. It's making our own platform. Like OpenSea is fire for them. Like all these other things, they monopolize it right now. But once we learn, like what we're doing right now, like we already learning, we gonna have our own way. Because it's not about a year, 2, 3, it's about the 10, right?
Yeah.
Because think about how it was in 2010, opposed to where we now right now. Like crazy, right?
Was this shit out in 2010?
What?
This NFT stuff?
Nah, I'm just saying, like in general, the
Oh,
world,
yeah,
like
yeah,
think
yeah,
about technology.
Yeah,
Bro, like Bitcoin was out like back then, yeah, facts,
Bitcoin
but like
was out.
it's
But not
just
NFT.
like think about technology, yeah. Like for me, I have moved from a world like where I had to go to internet cafes, bro. Like so, like when I moved, and like when I moved, and then you know iPhones came in and all that stuff, it was like, oh
Game
shit, for me, yeah. Like,
Shit's a game changer.
and then now it's a whole different world. So you know, like think about where the first iPhone was, like where we are now.
No, that's a
So
fucking fact.
yeah, but yeah, so that was that. So what would you encourage artists to do that are already in real life in terms of when it comes to NFT community and stuff?
Okay. Advice to artists in the NFT space, I would say, do your research. Yo, that is like our thing. That sounds like a
What does that mean though?
Do your own research?
Yeah.
That means you fucking, like, you take responsibility
Because
for
if you
your...
tell me that, I'm gonna be like, what does that mean, bro? Like,
Okay.
I'm asking you. Why would I want to do my own research if I'm asking you?
Because these are your finances, this is your money that's on the line. This is your reputation, this is your legacy. Anything that you back, that you're behind, falls 100% when you do your own research.
That means he's saying be responsible for your actions.
Be responsible for your actions.
No one else can be liable for your actions.
If Pali comes on the space and says, hey, get into this project, I like this, that's because he likes it. He might have not seen something that you would see. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know how thoroughly he looked at that project.
And if you get it, it's not my fault. You bought it. You bought it because you bought it. Like,
Exactly.
I ain't getting gas to put it in your wallet, right? Like,
That's on you.
Nah, thanks.
What else? Okay, NFT space. I would say learn. Like go in there, like learn about NFTs, learn about community, buy a fucking NFT. Please don't be trying to sell NFTs if you ain't even buy an NFT.
How do you like even decide to buy an NFT, bro? Like that's such a
How do you decide to buy it?
That's like I don't even know, bro. That's like going to Fordham and say go find a chain. You know they all fake, like on Fordham. So like,
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like what's some advice that find an NFT?
Okay, so find an NFT, easy. I'm gonna be honest with you, you're not really gonna wanna, like you'll see some stuff on Variable, OpenSea, any other marketplace that you like, Foundation, cool, but that's really just an image to you. You wanna go in these spaces, you wanna go in the community, you wanna talk to people and get to know them, and then it's gonna just naturally make you wanna start. And like you're gonna see people stuff like, oh, this is fire. They're gonna talk about their project, talk about their plans, and then you can just, I don't know, the connection from a voice is just, I never really understood how important it was until we got in these spaces and started talking to each other and connecting and shit started materializing into like real life things like this right now, right? Another artist tip, take your time with your minting. Make sure you have a nice body of work, organize it, theme it in some type of way. I would suggest just for like cohesiveness and just to show that you're not just putting like out like a bunch of random shit that people are gonna look at like, huh? Like I can't, this doesn't really make sense. Unless that's your plan. If that's your plan and you make it work, then you do that. And learn how you learn. Like me, I learn by jumping in and getting shit done and kind of fucking shit up a little bit. And we're all fucking up. It's still new. I'm not an expert. Like no one. Yeah, it's experience. I didn't sell anything. Like I'm not an expert, but I plan to sell things and I plan, like I want to talk about my art. So we're still trying to figure out what works. But once you get it right, you got it right. And then you just keep it sailing from there. But like I said, take your time, like do your research, like get involved with the community. Community's number one. If you're not in the community, if you're not fucking with the community, like we're not fucking with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's hard as a one-on-one artist unless you're like a big name project, and most people aren't. So that's all I really got to say.
If you're not getting, you can't hang. Basically, your NFT's not gonna sell. Nah, for real. I mean, I'm just truly inspired by a lot of artists. So I would just say, like, keep doing your thing. Like, if anything, like, I'm truly just humbled by everyone I've been meeting. Like, you know, Dad, you, bro. Like, I appreciate you for doing this. Like, it's just people are setting examples and really precedents to doing things because it really do come to the money first for a lot of people. And like, a lot of people are just opportunists at the end of the day.
Yes,
like,
yes.
For me, like,
yes.
Yeah, this is good right now, like for both of us, but like, it's genuine. We met up, we had, like, it was all love. Like, we've stayed in contact ever since. Like, my son sent me a fire picture that, like, out of love. Yeah, he sent me an NFT, like, it had sneakers in it, which meant a lot to me. It had a fire car, like, you feel me? So like, it's deeper than a lot of things, these surface things that people be doing. So, like, don't go for a surface relationship because if you wanted to make money, get a 9 to 5 at the end of the day. You know, I just want to shout out basically all my people for real, like Swing, like my brother, all that, like, you feel me? everyone who's been, down with AOP. And shout out
Whole
to that.
AOP family. Shout out to whole AOP family.
AOP
Everybody.
stands for Accidentally on Purpose. We going worldwide. We international. We everywhere. Every fucking country you can think of, we in it right now. Shout out to everybody for real. I really appreciate everybody. I can name people, but it'll probably be 15 people. They behind the camera right now talking about. But Swank, you feel me? That's my guys. I really appreciate you. And Jyoti, she got me into the spaces and started co-hosting.
Shout out to
I'm saying she took a risk on me. You see, I'm really grimy. They got me in the basement in the Bronx. Wherever we at, shit is crazy. So shout out to everybody, I'm saying, and Dev for doing this. And I'm really excited to see what you got. It's just look for people like this who are doing stuff in real life because they want to make a difference for people and they're trying to make a platform and set the precedent. So yeah, that's what we got for that.
Appreciate you.